Hello friends, today we are going to do some practice in Python, how to write code for finding factorial and prime number by using different techniques, but all different options we can use to write the code. This would be helpful to understand how to write loops, functions, which types of loops we can write for different problems, right? So let's start with factorial, how to find factorial of a number. So what is factorial? First of all, we need to understand what is factorial. So factorial is, if suppose we have to find factorial of a number n, how to find that? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 till the time you get 1. So till the time you have to multiply, right? So for example, if number is 3, suppose. So factorial would be 3 into 2 into 1. This is factorial. So we have to write logic to find factorial of any number. So first way of writing this code is, let's write simple way. Suppose I have taken one number 4, taken one variable fact, this is to calculate factorial. Now loop is while number is not equals to 0, sorry, is not equals to 1. We will continue this loop till the time we get number 1. Now fact equals to fact into num, then reduce number by 1, so that loop can continue for the next iteration. Then at the end print factorial. If number is 4, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If number is 5, accordingly it will find the factorial. This way. This is one way of writing code. We can write this code in other way, like recursive approach we can write. How to write recursive approach? So I'm writing one function def fact num, return 1 if number is 0 or 1. Else num into fact num minus 1. So this is the function which I have written as a recursive approach. When we call num into fact num minus 1, it means this is going to call same factorial function with one number minus, with one number less. So this is recursive, it's calling same function again and again. Now how to call this function? Suppose number is 5. Now I want to call this function. Here we need to pass num. This is calculating 120. Suppose I am changing this number, accordingly it will calculate factorial. So this is second approach. In this approach, time complexity is order of n. Loop is continuously going till the for n times. And auxiliary space is order of n. So let's write another approach, option 3. That is iterative approach. I'm writing this function. If num is less than 0, then return 0. Elif If number is 0, number is 1, return 1. Then continue with while loop while num is greater than 1. Fact equals to fact into num, multiplying by number. Then we have to subtract number by 1 so that this loop can continue for next number this way, and at the end return fact. So here we can see if number is less than 0, it will return 0. If number is 0, number is 1, return 1. Else, then executing this loop to find fact. Now suppose how to call this function. So this is the way, another way to write the code, iterative approach. There is another way to write iterative approach, that is using for loop. Let's see how to write code by using for loop. For I in range 2 to num plus 1. It's no use of starting from 1 because for 1 value would be factorial would be 1 only. So fact 1 into equals to I. So it will continuously multiplying by next number. Then at the end return fact 1. This is the way to execute the code. Factorial is 720. Suppose I am changing this number. Accordingly, this will calculate factorial. Now another way is, suppose we have to write a code in one line, single line. So option 5 is one line solution. Using ternary operator. So how to write this code? So in this case return 1 if n equal 1 or n equal 0. In that case return 1, else n into factorial n minus 1. Now how to call this function? Same way, calling way is same. So this is in single line we are finding this solution. We can change this as some other number. So it's calculating. Option 6 is we can find factorial by using inbuilt function as well. So import math. Suppose I am taking number 10. So in math there is function factorial. Then we can find, we can just call this function factorial num. This will find factorial. Or other way is very simple way, we can just use this function here. We can directly use here. So in that case, no need to write this function. Okay, here we have to write num. Suppose I'm changing this value, accordingly it will give number. We can remove this code. This function is not required. This way. So these are different ways to find factorial of a number. We can write another code for prime number. What is prime number? So prime number is like number which can be divided by 1 or itself only. For example, 2. 2 number can be divided by 1 or itself. 3 can be divided by 1 or itself. 5 can be divided by 1 or itself. So these are prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. These are prime numbers. But in between whatever numbers I am leaving, for example 6. 6 is not prime number. 6 can be divided by 2, 3, 1, 6. Right? So if number is divided by 1 or itself only, those are prime numbers. Right? So how to find prime number? So there is one logic to write this code. One is like for example, suppose number is 5. So we have to iterate starting from 2 till half of that number. If anywhere any number is divided by some other number, in that case it is not a prime number. Right? So how to write that code? Suppose I have taken number as 11. So first of all, we need to check if number is greater than 1. If yes, it's greater than 1, then only start a loop. So we will start a loop from 2 for I in range 2 to int of num divided by 2 plus 1. Means half of the number, till the half of the number plus 1. We'll check if this number is divided by any other number. In that case, this is not prime number, right? So this loop continued. Now we will check whether this is divided by that number. So number percent 2, not 2, sorry, I. If this is divided by number, it means equal 0. In that case, number is not prime number. If such type of condition occur, then break. Else, number is prime number. Then another condition if is suppose number is not greater than 1. So it's else condition. In that case, number is prime number. Right? So if we run this code, so 11 is prime number. Suppose if number is greater than 1, and suppose I am taking number is 0. 0 is also a prime number. It will go into else condition. If number is say 6, then 6 is not a prime number because that is divided by 2, 3. Right? If number is say 5, this is prime number. Right? So this is the way to write code for finding prime number. Now what is the another option? Another option is to find prime number by using inbuilt function. That is by using inbuilt function of math. So this is option 2, how to write the code. From math, import square root. Now here n equal 1, I am taking one prime flag. This is to just give true and false if number is prime or not. Now again need to check if n is greater than 1. If this is greater than 1, then we have to run the loop. So from math function using square root here, if n% I equal 0, in that case prime underscore flag equal 1, means if n is divided by I, then it means it's not a prime. Now, outside for, if there is no number which is completely divided, in that case we will check if prime flag equal 0. It means this is prime number. So we can print n is prime number because this is not divided by any other number. Otherwise, it's not prime number. So having one extra parenthesis. Yeah. So if I am passing 1, so 1 is not prime numbers because 1, if I is 1, n is 1, so it will go into here. So it's opposite. I have written opposite because if prime flag is 1, it means this is not prime. If I am passing 5, so it says 5 is prime number. If I am passing 6, it says 6 is not a prime number. If I am passing say 9, 9 is not prime number because it is divided by 3 as well, right? If I pass here 11, 11 is prime number. So this way we have done some unit testing as well. It's working. So hope this video is helpful for you. We have gone through different techniques of writing code to find factorial of a number and then prime of a number. So such type of programming ways would be helpful to understand how to write code, what all different techniques we can use to find different problems. So hope this video is helpful for you. So I will bring more videos for programming practices, for arrays, for list, for tuple, and different other data structure stuff. So hope this video is helpful for you. Please subscribe this channel for getting notification for upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video.